Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for February the 15th, 2024. On this Thursday edition, please be sure to subscribe to the Weather Guru for the latest interpretation of weather news and weather conditions in the lower 48 United States. I appreciate your support. Right now, you're looking at the current maximum high temperatures for today, and you can see there's a warm surge that's occurring in the Gulf Coast states, heading up into the Mid-Atlantic and into the Midwest. Overall, we're looking at temperatures at or near average for most of 3/4 of the country, which is great news. As you can see, only the northern tier, you have to go way up into the Dakotas to find temperatures below freezing. Most of the country is doing good. Chicago 45, high of 45 today. Down the Gulf Coast, Tampa, high of 77 degrees, 67 in Raleigh, 50 degrees in D.C., and 3 degrees in New York City. So you can see temperatures have a wide variety here, but we also can look at the radar precept here, and you can see that the snow cover has been confined to the northern tier as well. So right now, you've got a lot of snow coming into 3 to 6 inches worth of snow coming into Pierre, South Dakota, of course, Minneapolis, St. Paul, into Winelander, Wisconsin, and up to the UP of Michigan, from Marquette over toward down through Sault Ste. Marie, Alpena, Cadillac, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Kalamazoo, over toward Saginaw and Flint, Michigan. The heaviest snow is falling on that zone, and that will continue to be the case throughout tonight and tomorrow. So for snow lovers, beware. There is more snow on the way in the Pacific Northwest from the Kitsap Peninsula down through the Dalles and the Columbia River Gorge and in through the Cascades. Heavy snow in the Sierra Nevada continues to fall as well in the Sierra Nevada range, and that will extend all the way north of Fresno up into the higher elevations of Yosemite, across Truckee, the passes of Truckee, California, and Donner Pass. Those areas will provide ski lovers with numerous chances as an atmospheric river comes in again after we get through the weekend. A second surge of moisture is going to come into the Pacific Northwest and provide that ultimate snowfall cover. Now, this also includes the Intermountain West as well, so I don't want to leave them out. You see from the National Weather Service radar here, you can see that there's going to be snow. Denver, not so much, but head to the Western Front Range there out to the west of the Continental Divide on I-70, and those areas will be getting snowfall here. The Wasatch Mountains of Salt Lake City, if you're heading out there to Park City, Utah, excellent snow powder conditions out there, as well as up into the Bitterroots and also in Yellowstone, and all those areas will be getting snowfall, and that will continue to be the case. The Intermountain West will get snowfall for the next 3 to 4 to 5 days here as these systems roll off into the west. Now, in the southeast, it's just warm temperatures. And also in the northeast, we can expect one shot of snow that's coming tomorrow morning. That'll be Friday morning, late Friday night into Saturday morning. There'll be a shot of snow that's going to bring some snowfall into the Laurel Highlands, and then up into Pennsylvania, northern Pennsylvania, and also into the Catskills of New York and Adirondacks and Green and Wright Mountains. But it's not going to accumulate much, less than an inch to a coating. Some may get 2 inches in some of the higher of elevations here at the spine of the Appalachians. But other than that, it's not going to be too much. But however, the snowpack will continue to be improved as we head through the winter. Remember, we still have about a month and a half left of winter officially, and so this is what's going to be happening here. But the rest of the country looks good. If you're in the Southwest, the desert Southwest, beautiful conditions in Phoenix, Tucson, El Paso, Dallas, Fort Worth. You're going to be warming up too after this weekend by Monday. That's great news for you guys. And so according to the hazards here, we just have a bunch of winter storm warning hazards denoted in the pink, hot pink, and then the fuchsia, the purple warnings are just the winter storm and winter weather advisories just for the snowfall, just light nuisance snowfall, nothing that you can't handle up in the upper Midwest and the Northwest at all. This is typical snow that we see in the wintertime. You'll notice the rivers are still elevated in the south, and there's flood watches here. So for these rivers here in Georgia, Alabama, and the mid-Mississippi Delta Valley here, be very careful here if you're doing any activities, boating or any activities or fishing on these rivers and lakes in the southeast, because they're still elevated as a result of many days of rain. They've had multiple days of rain here in the south, and that's what we're going to see. Now, with high wind warning here across the Great Lakes, be very careful here if you're coming out of Cleveland, coming along I-90, the Ohio Turnpike here from Cleveland to Erie, Pennsylvania, up through towards Buffalo. Be very careful. High wind warnings, high profile vehicles. You want to be very careful for those crosswinds that are coming up from the south now at this time of the day. So that's what we have going on nationally. Looking at the GFS model, you can see that there's not a really, it's kind of a zonal flow. There's not really no bitter cold Canadian air coming through. Like I said, we have those shot of snow coming through in the next few days here this weekend. And then again, the quiet pattern settles down. The Intermountain West remains active, of course, with snow and rain. But then we get another shot of a cold front coming through toward the end of next week, the 24th and 25th February. But other than that, as you can see, the model runs here, you can see that there's not much of a snowfall or a cold surge of air. Matter of fact, closer to the end of the month, the 28th, the end of February, there's indications of a warm front advancing here. Not a warm front, but a trough advancing, excuse me, and that's going to bring heavy rain to the mid-Atlantic and to the Ohio Valley, and it's not going to be snow, but rain, and you can see the warm air surging up here with the isobars tightly packed with windy and warm. Was going to be rain, but snow on the backside here for some of the Dakotas, but nothing really too crazy here in terms of bitter cold Canadian air here. There will be chances of snow toward the end of the month here for some of the upstate New York and the New England areas, but snow will be limited mostly to this month, mostly to the Intermountain West and to the highest of elevations in the Northeast and the in the Adirondacks and the Green and White Mountains of Vermont and New Hampshire will get the most snowfall in terms of what we're seeing this month, in terms of the trends. But overall, it looks pretty much near average to slightly below average for some of those morning lows, but near average for the afternoon highs. And so we don't see any really cold air, but we are going to get some chances for snow for you snow lovers in the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic, but it just won't be as prominent as we've seen in the past. You remember 2023 was the warmest year on record here, and this will continue to be the case, I believe, in the future. 2024 will be the warmest record, 2025. So we have to be very, very close attention to that as well. There'll be more videos out on that in terms of the climate change. I want to produce more videos about that. Let me know also what you would like to see more nationally and more local weather talk about as well. Thank you for your support. I look forward to hearing from you soon. God bless, and I'll see you in the next episode of The Weather Guru.